We are streaming, I believe. Looks like we got levels. I think we're good
We got
everywhere.
levels.
I can't
Check one,
check.
check two.
I can't check YouTube because if I do, it'll loop.
Yeah,
back.
same
So,
here.
So yeah, so we can't do that. But we're just gonna trust that everything's telling us we're working. And let's hit some music and let's have some fun, my friend.
Let's rock and roll, brother.
It's good to be back.
So good to be back.
Back with my friend. Back with Mr. David Hastings. Back amongst the living this week. I mean, last week at this time, I can tell you, I did not feel like I was among the living. So happy to be back. Don't have you here with me. I got Louie here in studio. If you hear a squeaky ball or see some tails wagging, that's just him walking around. Excited to be here as well. But yeah, excited to have you back next week, my friend. And yeah, how you been, Mr. David Hastings?
I'm good. I feel pretty special. Louis started following me on Instagram.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude. I got the follow request. I immediately accepted, followed back. I was like, I mean, I feel like I'm moving up in the world.
Right. I mean, Louis does he did get you a little something for the holidays too. Louis.
Oh, did he?
He did. He got you a little something. So see you
That's
next
my
week.
man right there.
Yeah. The guy he is.
I'm sure that means there's more collectibles in the room that I get to see next week as well.
There are a couple, not that many, but there's a couple. So
hey, as long as it makes you happy, my man, right?
It does. So, and listen, speaking of sports, though, they make me happy as well. And thankfully, I was happy this weekend because my Giants didn't play. I didn't have to watch another fourth quarter loss. It was pretty nice. It's pretty nice to.
Well, I mean, at least that Monday night game, they let you know it was going to be over early.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, it was almost going to be a disappointing weekend of football for me anyway, though, because with Bama losing in the SEC title game, I honestly did not think they were getting into the college playoffs. I'm happy as shit.
A lot of people sound like they don't think they should, but I'll take Bama over Notre Dame.
Absolutely. I would take Bama over Notre Dame. I would take Bama over any of those teams that didn't get in, unfortunately. And I hear the gripe. I understand it. But, like, yeah, they were a 2-loss team. Bama's a 3-loss team. But Bama literally lost to Georgia and Oklahoma. Like, they lost to top 6 teams or top 8 teams when they played them. You know what I mean? It was... And I know that you want to say the Florida State game, but that was game number 1 on a quarterback that's never had a start before. I'm going to cut a little bit of slack there as well. They got better and better, and there was a 6 to 7 week stretch there where they were the best team in the country. I don't care what anybody says. There was a middle stretch of that season where they beat Tennessee, where they beat Georgia, when they beat a bunch of Vanderbilt. Like when they put a string of games together where they beat 4 or 5 ranked teams in a row and handedly too. So, I think they deserve to be there, but I would have understood if they didn't make it. I wouldn't have been kicking and screaming. I wouldn't have thrown a hissy fit and we're taking our ball and going home like the Notre Dame coach did. What a bitch move. Oh, we're not playing. If we didn't make we're Notre Dame. Well, guess what? You still don't play in a conference. You still don't play in a conference game, in a championship game. So why should a team that makes it to their conference championship game get penalized because you don't want to play in any conference?
Well, that was the one argument I heard that I just couldn't disagree with, right? Like a team shouldn't get penalized because they played an extra game that nobody played. And it's not an exhibition game, right? Like
no, it's
a conference championship game. So you're playing against the other best team in your conference.
Yes.
So, I mean, if Notre Dame's going to be pissed at some of those, less known schools from the smaller conferences that now get a bid because of the expansion, be pissed about that instead.
Exactly. I'm 100% agreeing with what you're saying because it makes total sense. Like, so that being said, Bama's in. Let's see where it goes. Roll Tide, my friend. Roll Tide. So bouncing that though into the NFL again. My team didn't play. Yours did. got beat on Thursday night. So then at least the rest of the weekend you didn't have to worry, right?
That's true, and I got a little bit of a reprieve by watching the Eagles lose last night, and in historical fashion. We touched on it when we talked earlier today, right? Like, never in NFL history before has there been 3 turnovers in one play, and never in NFL history has one player had 2 turnovers in one play. And it was a amusing moment for me. And look, when it's all said and done, right, big picture, Dallas still needs Philly to go. Dallas needs to go 4-0 to finish the season, and Philly needs to lose 2 games. So I still think it's an outside crapshoot for Dallas to make the playoffs. There's no way they're taking a wild card spot because every team ahead of them is beating them.
Well, not only
And
that, but I want to dive into the divisions here actually because it's interesting you say that, and I'm gonna bring it up right now because, like you said, there's not much room. I was looking at these conferences before, and I mean, they have a legitimate chance to catch the Eagles. I will say that. I mean, they're 6-6-1, and the Eagles 8-5. I mean, you're really only one back in the loss column. So I mean, how bad are the Eagles going to fall? Losers of 3 straight now. It's not looking good for that Eagles offense, and you could bounce it around, and you're 100% right. If they don't win the division, they're not in. And it's because you look at the other divisions: Green Bay 9-3-1, Chicago 9-4, Detroit 8-5. I mean, all three, any of those 3 can make it, if not all 3. And then you go to the West. In the West, the Rams are 10-3, the Seahawks 10-3, and the 49ers with all the injuries and everything else, and literally everybody saying how CMC has sucked the life out of everybody else to keep himself going this year. They're still 9-4 on the year. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just credit to coaching. I don't know what else you give that credit to. That's just
front office and coaching. They put together a good roster. I mean, they're a solid team, front to back. They went out and they don't just, they have Purdy, but they went out and made sure they had a solid backup in a Mac Jones. They made sure that they had other positions that if they do go down, they could still plug and play. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing we didn't know about Seattle this year. With Seattle changing over from Geno Smith, with bringing in Cooper Kupp and getting rid of DK Metcalf, what was Seattle going to be coming into this year? Drafting a rookie quarterback in Jalen Milroe. I mean, no idea what Seattle was going to be because who knew if Sam Darnold was going to come in and repeat what he did in Minnesota? Everybody was like, well, was that a one-hit wonder? Nobody knew. So now you see it 10-3 for the Seahawks. They got to be one of the biggest surprises right now.
I would agree that defense is playing out of their mind. I'm happy to see it. DeMarcus Lawrence went there, so I'm happy to see him, on a good defense and contributing to it. Like, it's not like he's just like some old dude that plays here or there. Like, he's making plays for him. But the division as a whole, I mean, right now you got to say is probably the best in the NFL. I mean, at least record wise, right? I mean. And it's going to be a tough division. And remember, I mean, the Rams had the Eagles on the ropes last year in the divisional round and fell just a little short of being able to beat them and playing Washington in the NFC Championship game. So, it's crazy to think that, 4 or 5 months ago, me and you were talking about, is Matthew Stafford done? Is he going to be able to even play this year with all the issues? With his back and, all this different stuff. And, he had a streak of 28 touchdowns straight before throwing a pick. Like, that's just ludicrous. So, I mean, look, Sam Darnold in the playoffs is not somebody I'm going to trust until he shows you can trust him in the playoffs. He looked like the Giants made him look horrible. Or was that? No. Who they get knocked out by last year? Can't remember now. The Giants knocked him out a couple years ago.
Minnesota?
Yeah. Remember, they lost to Minnesota in week 18 and then beat Minnesota in the wild card round.
Yeah.
That was Dable's first year.
Yep.
Trying to think if they lost to last. Either way, right? Like, and he did not have a good game, right? He's also had a couple games this season where he has not had good games. So can't say I'm like completely bought in. I think looking at it, the Rams are going to be my favorite to win that division. And, right now they're also your number one seed. And the way things are unfolding, they could keep that seed.
They could, but again, tough division, and I think there's a couple division games left for them. No, I mean, I think every team.
Yeah, that was the one thing Cowboys fans held on hope to before last week, was that, a lot of the teams in the wild card race are all playing each other. And, if things fall correctly, they could make it in. But
Next
after
2 weeks
losing
are
Detroit,
important. I'll say that for the Rams here, because the Rams get Detroit at home, and then they're at Seattle. Then they finish with Atlanta and Arizona. So finish with two teams that I'll give them wins over. Seattle and Detroit, these two are going to be dogfights. And these two are going to be games that I think could matter. And that's why, I don't know, Detroit needs that game. Detroit needs it. And then Seattle's going to need it if they're still neck and neck with, which they're going to be. That could be your division game right there. If, say, the Rams lose to Detroit this week, that game at Seattle the following, and it's on a Thursday night, Thursday the 18th, next Thursday. That could
that's
be
a
your
big
division.
Thursday night
That could
game.
be your division.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, that's the one thing I think the NFL has done really good with when they added the 17th game, is they make sure that final week 17 game is a division game, and they make sure they cram at least one more in the final 4 weeks. And the way this year is unfolding, that's going to have a major, major impact on just how all of this unfolds.
Absolutely. And then I mean, just moving on to the next division, because we kind of hammered this one pretty good. So I feel like we're on the same page. Kind of the Rams to lose, but Seahawks, 49ers, both probably playoff teams. Looking at it this late in the year, I mean, you got teams already eliminated like the Cardinals. I mean, moving up to the next division in the NFC South. Atlanta and New Orleans already eliminated from the playoffs as well. By the way, the Giants, by not playing this week, got the number 1 seed in the draft. So thank you to New Orleans and Arizona, all these other teams.
Tennessee beating Cleveland.
Yeah. So you guys wanna do that for us? Cool. I'm cool with that. And then
Yeah, right. Like, might as well come out of this season still feeling good about something.
yeah. So that being said, Tampa 7-6, Carolina surprise Carolina Panthers. Well, winning last week, 7-6. Both teams 7-6. What are the odds that Carolina can overtake Mayfield and the Bucks and take that next step and actually win this NFC South? Because right now it's winnable. They are in a tie for this division. What are the odds they pull it through?
You know what? Me and you have pretty confidently, doubted Carolina, and they've continued to prove us wrong. So I will just simply say that I'm not going to doubt them as much as I have, but I also don't know if I am confident enough to pick them to win the division. So I think Tampa Bay is a better team than what they play. I mean, they played in a real crappy weather game. I think coaching wise, they made some really bad decisions. Like specifically, they went for it on 4th down twice around the midfield line and got stuffed. I genuinely think coaching is not helping them right now. Injuries have not helped them. I mean, they've gotten beat up pretty good this year so far. But I do think when you look at it, right, you got to say to yourself, there's a reason to believe that Carolina can do this, and there's a reason to believe that Carolina could be, the team that comes out on top of the NFC South. I mean, there's reason to believe it.
4 games left
But
to play. Are you picking it though?
no, I'm still gonna believe in Tampa Bay.
All right, so well, we're in lockstep there. I'll say that. So yeah, I'm with you. I think I need to stop being as much of a doubter as I've been. But again, you know me, I've always had faith in them though, because they got Bryce Young, and I always thought he was a better quarterback than the crap that he looked like the first season. So I think he's playing better. I think the team's playing better. I think the defense is solid. I think they've gotten a good run game now with Rico Dowdle. I think they've figured some things out there, and they're a solid team. But if the Bucks can get a little bit healthy, I think that they just have the edge. They have the experience, they have the talent. I just think that they are overall the better team when it comes down to it. So because of that, I'm still going to pick Tampa, but no hate on the Panthers. They're going to come in second in this division. They're not going to get a playoff spot because they're going to be like the Cowboys on the outside looking in because these other teams are just too damn good. But they're going to be fighting for a division at least. But yeah, I think we're both on the same page there with the Bucks. But yeah, going up to that next. Oh, go ahead.
Those Bucks too should be getting Mike Evans back. Tristan Wirfs, the only player in NFL history to be voted first team All Pro at left tackle and right tackle. Mayfield has issues with the non-throwing shoulder, but he seems to be apparently getting better. That rookie Abuka had a great start to the year, but benefited from the talent around him, and you're seeing the struggles he's having. Being forced to be the true number one. So I think you bring Mike Evans back, and defenses have to adjust. I think you could see. That Tampa Bay team get pretty hot over the next 3-4 weeks if they really do get healthy.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm gonna look real quick and just see who they finish with. Looks like Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers. Ooh, so you get the Panthers twice in the next the last 3 weeks. That's interesting. That is going to be your division right
there. That is without a doubt.
I didn't even realize they did that. Wow, that's wild the way it finishes. But yeah, I guess then the Falcons and the Dolphins. And how about them Dolphins? By the way, I know we're not in that division yet. We're still working our way through the NFC. But yeah, how about them Dolphins? They're creeping up weirdly enough. So, but bouncing up to the next division, NFC North, Packers, Bears, Lions. Oh my! It just yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss here because I don't see any way that any team gets in other than the Eagles or if the Cowboys could somehow catch them. And it's going to be the division winner in the NFC South, and then the rest of the teams are coming from the North and the West. Coming from the North and the West. It's going to happen. These teams are too good. I don't care. You look at what the Lions can do offensively sometimes. When you look at what Jahmyr Gibbs can do and Goff when he's on and these guys, like their offense could be otherworldly. Like they're every bit as good. And to me, I think the biggest paper tiger of them all around here is the Bears. I think the Bears, you look at that, they're actually, I think they've played better than they are. I think they've played above their pay grade. I think they've done well this year, but they're going to be a one and done in the playoffs. I just truly don't believe the Bears are ready for that next step and to be one of the NFC's better teams right now. I think they're having a really good year. They're making some noise, but they're not there yet. That's just my opinion. I still think this is really the Packers' division to lose, even though the Bears are only a half game back. But the Packers just keep finding ways to win. 4 wins in a row now. And yeah, I mean, do you see it any other way? But I think all 3 of these teams are probably in. And I think that if you go, because it's 7 teams in? So it's going to be one team on the outside. Did the Lions play San Fran this year already?
I don't think so.
No. I wonder if they played each too.
I could be wrong.
No, I don't think
Thanks.
so. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
think
no.
tiebreaker wise who would end up, but I mean that's really looking like it's gonna be one. It's either gonna be the Bears, the Lions, or San Fran getting left out too.
Yeah.
But I'm
The
calling.
Lions week 18. So the Lions have the Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears. That's how they end their season. So that Rams game, I think they lose that one. The Lions are your team that's out.
That game is a big game. Big game.
Yeah, I think they lose that game, they're out. I mean, and right, you've got the Rams fighting to keep that number 1 seed. I mean, the Bears got the Browns, Packers, Niners, Lions.
That's a tough last 3 games. Packers, Niners, Lions.
That's a really tough last 3 games, and
I gotta
why I
say, it
think
might be the Bears on the outside looking in.
yeah, Packers got Broncos, Bears, Ravens, Vikings.
Bears
So
could be
I
at
mean,
10 and
honestly,
7.
anything could still happen. Yeah.
Bears could be 10 and 7 and out.
Yeah, no, the power shift definitely went to the NFC this year. I mean, last year, right, all the talk was the AFC, Mahomes, Lamar,
Well, speaking of
Burrow.
that, I mean, let's go right there to Mahomes. Well, what's 6 and 7? Still, I mean, on the outside looking in now, but can get in the playoffs. But they know they got to win out. Broncos just seem to be dominating that division. I'll be honest, I got to start to believe in Sean Payton again. I got to start to believe that this is as much coach as it is the coach and the GM and those guys finding some of the right players and whatever. But I got to put a lot of it on. I think that this is a Sean Payton resurgence here with the Broncos, right? It seemed like I thought it was over for him after the way the Russell Wilson stuff ended and just didn't look good. And I mean, this is definitely a different Sean Payton, right? And 11-2, and then you got 9-4. The Chargers. I mean, no way the Chiefs are leapfrogging either of them in my mind. So they got to get in as like the last wild card if they get in. I don't know if they get in.
There's 4 teams with better records than them.
Right, they're definitely not leapfrogging the Chargers and the Broncos, right? We're just going to throw that out the window. The Broncos and the Chargers, top 2 teams in the division, more than likely Broncos win the division. We're all in agreement there, right?
I mean, I think the Broncos pretty much have the division locked, especially one more win. I think it's pretty much all theirs. The Chargers, I think they could leapfrog the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers are down to their 3rd string tackle. They've got injuries on the interior of their offensive line. You've got Herbert with a broken left hand. And he started fine, but after 7 sacks last night, he was pretty beat the hell up.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's for sure.
I think you see the Colts fall off, right? I mean, come on, for the love of God, we're talking about them bringing in Phillip Rivers at 44 years old. Like,
no, they did bring him in. He's on the team.
Yeah, he's on the practice squad as of right now.
Yeah.
Did you know that if he stays on the practice squad, he can still get into the Hall of Fame this year? But if he gets on the active roster, it restarts his 5-year clock.
Yeah, I don't care. I got to be honest. I'm bitter at the whole Hall of Fame process right now because, again, Don Mattingly didn't get in. This time he would have been able to get in by a committee of 16 people, blah, blah, blah. This was one of his last, I think, chances to get in. And he only got like 6 out of the 16 votes. He needed at least 12 out of 16. And really pissed me off. I got to be honest. As a Yankee fan, as just a baseball fan, like, he's a career 307 hitter, man. And when the best player in baseball from 84 to 89 until his back injury, I mean, clearly. I mean, he offensively, he was the best player in baseball in the mid to late 80s. He was. And it just, I'm going off on a tangent.
Fair.
Don't need to do that. But just
Fair.
I'm bitter at Hall of Fames right now and the way they vote on crap.
I'm gonna ring you back in and tell you exactly why I think the Chiefs can leapfrog the Chargers.
Please do.
Guess who the Chargers play on Sunday?
Them? I don't know.
They're at the Chiefs.
Okay.
Their next game at Dallas. Their next game home against the Texans, and they end the season at Denver. That may
But if Denver
be
doesn't need the
arguably
game,
that's true. But Sean Payton is a little more of an old school guy that's going to play his guys, even if it is just for a half.
yeah. But I'm just, I don't know. That's my only worry about it.
But yeah, I mean, you figure, but you figure if they lose to the Chiefs on Sunday, right? The Chiefs are only 2 games back with 3 to go. So, I mean, that puts that puts them in an interesting position. I mean, the Chiefs have the Chargers, the Titans, Broncos, Raiders. So they should definitely beat the Titans, definitely beat the Raiders. If they beat the Chargers, right, and even if they lose to Denver, right, they win 3 out of their last 4.
That's 9-8. That's not good enough.
I'm only talking about leapfrogging the Chargers. That's all. Not making
I'm
playoffs.
saying I don't think 9-8 leapfrogs the Chargers because the Chargers would have to lose out in order for that to happen. The Chargers are 9-4 right now, so for the Chargers to get to 9-8, they'd have to lose out. I just don't think they're going to lose out.
I could see them losing out with that schedule. I mean, that's at Dallas. That's a playoff game, right? I mean, for both teams, like especially if Dallas loses any game, they're done. So it's going to be interesting. I think what happens with the Chargers, but I mean, to make it to what 5 or 6 straight AFC Championship games and then not even make the playoffs. I mean, that's brutal.
Oh yeah, very ugly. So
you just gotta love football, though. The Chiefs have outscored the Chargers this year by 16 points. They've given up 19 less points, yet they've lost 3 more games.
Just how the cookie crumbles. I mean, but you think about it, all of the games last year or the last few years that Kansas City's won in the final moments or won on the last drive or won, that were all 1-possession games. They're not winning those 1-possession. They're not getting the calls in those 1-possession games. You're not seeing the memes of Mahomes and the refs as much this year. I don't feel like.
No.
I'll say that.
But what other? Do we have any other divisions? I'm already coming up on time on you, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah, no. But New England. They're gonna end up winning that division. They're gonna. But I mean, we can run through the rest of these real quick. There's that one, and then Jacksonville and Indy. The only thing is what happens to Indy now? Are they the team that falls out? Is that the team the Chiefs can overcome to get into the playoffs? That's really what I wanted to bring up from this side of the bracket, because with the Colts now, I mean, you have the Daniel Jones injury, which is just brutal. I mean, having a bounce back year, playing great, but I mean, come on, what are we doing? He just one of those things you get. I don't know how you avoid. You can't really avoid it. Not like anything. Just shitty, honestly. So I feel bad for Indiana Jones there, and I feel bad for the Colts because they had something going for a little while, but they're in free fall now. Lost 3 straight. Is this the team that gets leapfrogged? Is this the team now that everybody forgets about? Or does Phillip Rivers coming in and making the charge and putting off his Hall of Fame induction a little longer, which, by the way, there's no chance in hell he gets in before Eli gets in. That's all I'm going to say. Even if Eli doesn't get in this time, I don't care. There is no world in which Phillip Rivers gets in over Eli Manning. There's zero world in which that happens. Man has 0 chance.
Look, we disagree on the Eli thing Hall of Fame wise, but I 100% agree with you. Eli should get in before Phillip Rivers.
That's all. Like, doesn't matter when it happens. Just Eli first, and then if you want to put him in. Okay.
Yeah, no, I back you 100% on that one.
Sounds good. So, but does Phillip Rivers come in and save him?
No.
All right. I agree.
The guy that came in for Daniel Jones is the same age as Philip Rivers' oldest son. You're 44. Even Brady didn't push it that long. No,
You will be broke.
just no. I
All
saw
right.
somebody trying to sell. I saw somebody trying to sell him coming in because apparently the offensive coordinator for the Colts and him are good friends. So Philip Rivers runs a very similar offense when he was coaching his son's high school team, and they would meet every week and talk about game plans and plays and watch tape together. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's high school kids compared to grown ass men that are the best of the best. Like, no. I don't even know why he'd risk it. I think it's pretty stupid to be honest with you, but that can
I
if he
mean, yeah, because he
plays,
can't be making much, right? Like, not like they're like paying him, like, oh my god, we had to bring you out of retirement. Like, I'm sure he's making league minimum. Not like he's, I don't know, just a weird move. So see if it pays. We'll
yeah,
see.
that's got to be
Bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it pans out for him.
like an incentive laden contract. Like,
Yeah.
here's your base salary. You get us to the playoffs. We'll give you another $1 million. Like, yeah, 14 kids are expensive, so I can understand why he wants the money, but sorry.
We'll go into a couple of just real quick, and then we'll get out of here. A couple of quick games this week. Just one's a highlight games to point out. Chargers at that Chiefs. We're talking about that game and how big it could be. I think the Chiefs get the win here. I think the Chargers are beat up. I think they need a little bit to get a little healthy here. But I think if the Chiefs have any chance, they got to put it in this week. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs at home. I think the Chiefs, given the 4.5 too. I think they're gonna win this game at home, and give me the over of 41.5.
I will take the Chiefs given the 4.5, but I will actually I'll take the under on that one. I think it's going to be a defensive game because that Chargers defense is really good.
All right. See if there's any other quick games worth highlighting here.
I mean,
Bills at
Bills
Patriots.
Patriots.
The 1
Yeah,
o'clock slate actually looks like the best group of games. I mean, because Thursday night's kind of crap with the Falcons and Bucks. But yeah, the 1 o'clock slate looks like where the games are this week. So Bills at Patriots. Clearly Buffalo needs this game more, but the Patriots just keep winning. Them and the Broncos. They've both started 0-2 and have won 10 or 11 straight since. So like it's just insane.
yeah. If the Bills want any chance of winning that division, they have to win this game. Because if they lose this game, they're 3 games behind New England. They will have lost the season series, and there's only 3 games left to play. So even if they ended with this, if they lose this game and end with the same record, they'll still lose the division because of the 2-0 heads up that New England would have over them. So this game means so much more for Buffalo than it does New England.
Vegas expects it to be close though. Buffalo a 1.5 favorite, over under 50. I'm going Buffalo all the way because I think they need this game more, and it's getting late in the year, and the teams that need it and want it. I think they got a little more experience. Give me the Bills, and give me the under. I don't know why, but division game. I think it's going to be tight. Give me the under 50.5.
Yeah, I'll take the Bills all the way around as well. But I'm gonna go opposite of you on this one. I'm gonna take the over.
All right. Sounds good. Next up, that's got to be the crappiest game of the week. The Commanders Giants. That's got to be the toilet bowl. That thing is ugly.
Oh, 100%.
That is ugly. What's not ugly
100%.
though? Packers and Broncos, 2 division. Both need the game to kind of keep pace of what they're doing. 425 slate on this one, and I got to be honest, I'm picking the Packers. I don't know why. I know the Broncos are home. They're 6-0 at home. Shouldn't bet against the streak, but I am. Give me Green Bay. Give me Green Bay given the 2.5 because I think it could be a field goal game. And give me the over of 43.5.
Yeah, Denver's won 11 in a row. Some of those games with some real luck on their side. Green Bay's played better football. So I'm gonna take Green Bay as well on the road. You said they're given 2.5.
2.5. Yeah, Green Bay's given 2.5.
Yeah, I'll take that, and then I'm actually going to take the under. I think this is going to be a defensive dominated game.
All right. Next monster game on the schedule: Lions and Rams. 8-5 Lions, 10-3 Rams. We again talk about how much the Lions need this game. Rams needed to keep pace with what they're doing. Seattle's right on their heels there. Right with them at 10-3. So, give me the Lions though. I think they need it more. I don't know what it is, but I think they're gonna come out fired up there in LA. So give me the Lions. Getting the 5.5. Give me the Lions on the money line too. I would take them on the money line. I think they're gonna win outright. And give me it's an over under of 55.5. It's a lot, but I'm going over. Give me the over, baby.
Rooting for points, baby. So I'm going to take the Lions getting the 5.5, but the Rams on the money line, and I'm also going to take the over. I think the Rams win this game. That Lions secondary is just beat the hell up.
All right. Last 425 game I'm going to throw out there. Another good one. Again, I think playoff implications. Colts at Seahawks. Seahawks needed to keep pace with the Rams, and possibly if the Rams trip up against the Lions, could be in the lead if they could take care of business at home against the Colts, who are going to come in banged up and bruised and on the slide, losing 3 straight. Seattle is a 13.5-point favorite in this game. That is insane. That being said, I don't know who is starting for the Colts next week. Who's the quarterback again?
They don't know.
Exactly. So give me Seattle laying the 13.5. Give me Seattle on the money line, and give me the under, because I don't know if the Colts are going to put up any points. The under's 42.5, so I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go with you on this and say give me Seattle laying the 13.5. When you don't know who your quarterback is, yeah, it is. But
for a team that's 8-5, like that's the thing is like this isn't even like a team that's 500. This team's 8-5.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, people were considering them the number 1 team in the AFC. That's wild.
Yeah, it's just.
But all right, and yeah, that's all I really got for you, because to be honest, I don't care enough about the Dolphins and the Steelers. I know it's another game with some playoff implications, but to be honest, blah. Like I'm just like 6-7 versus 7-6, 6-7, 6. I'm sorry I even did that. Pretend I didn't. And I didn't do that. And then there, the Vikings and your Cowboys. But I don't know if you want to pontificate for a second on your Cowboys before we wrap up here. But I'll give you that moment to do so, because I got to be honest, my Giants this week, I just get me to the end of the season showing some kind of progress and something from someone. I don't know. I give up. I give up. Is it draft yet? Is it the draft yet?
Is it April? Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to take the Cowboys. I think they win this game. They're a much better team at home, and Dak Prescott's better at home, and Pickens is better at home, and CeeDee Lamb may or may not play with a concussion. I don't know, but I'm definitely leaning to the Cowboys winning this game. That Detroit game was there's just some disappointing moments. I mean, I think Dallas lost that game more because of themselves than because of Detroit.
Fair enough.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
fair enough, my friend. But that being said, listen, I'm already ready for. Is it April yet? I can't help it. Just at that point. But that being said, roll Tide. Let's go. Got to play against Oklahoma in the first round of college football playoffs. So, roll Tide. And yeah, where can they find you, my friend?
Oh, you got D Hastings 23 on that Instagram, and David Hastings 23 on X, formerly known as Twitter. And yeah, that's about it.
You're talking with that real slow voice. Talking with that. Ew. Yeah, I don't know. You put a little something different on that voice right there. I don't know what it was. There was something different about it.
Just keeping you on your toes, my friend.
Yeah, you probably didn't get that, but that was all in the that was chipmunking. So
Oh, I got the whole thing. I got the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Oh, you did?
I'm just already upstairs. Yeah.
Alrighty, my friend. Well, hey, you can find me at the Living Legend. Find Louis at Louis Aussie Dude. Find us at Champscast on Facebook, which, by the way, I think by next week we'll be streaming on Facebook as well. I'm gonna have Tim help me out with that. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Janice. Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to Marissa. Anybody else out there supporting us? We appreciate it more than you know. Thank you so much, Carl. Everybody else. And yeah, until next week. Live like a champ, man. Live like us. Live like champs.
Let's go.
Boom. Enjoy your night,
All
my
right,
friend.
well, man. You too, buddy. Have a good night.
You too.